Right, okay, we're back again. I'm going to call this episode 1 of season 3, even though we don't technically do seasons here, but feels like I always end up taking a bit of a extended break during the winter months. So yeah, I don't even know what number episode it is, 11, 12, but I'm here because I saw a TikTok and it just gave me an idea to have a little conversation, and joining me for that conversation is someone you've probably seen in a couple of my vlogs before, if you're a loyal subscriber. He didn't talk much though, so I'm going to try and get a few more words out of him today. Fez, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm all good too. So, yeah, I mean, what have you been up to? Because we haven't really spoken for a few months as well, so how's life in general?
It's been a bit of a mad one since uni, I must admit. Yeah, uni's been mad, but yeah, that post-uni life hits you hard. I'll tell you that for free.
It does.
If you're still in uni, make the most of it. Trust me.
This defo counts as a social interaction for me.
But yeah, man, it's been been very up and down. Working, not working, starting things, finishing things. It's just been hectic, but sort of settling down now. I'm just looking forward to the cricket season now, come April.
Yeah, you're pretty decent at cricket, aren't you? You should probably mention that a bit more.
No, sorry. Maybe say that for another poddy.
Yeah, and if Fez seems a bit upset today, it's because the Roman Empire is apparently falling. Big Chelsea fan, Fez.
Literally a minute before this podcast started, I seen the news, and well, it's a sad day. Obviously, under the circumstances, a bit fair enough. However, Roman is one of probably the best owners of a football club.
Yeah, he definitely cares about the club. Despite, it's not just about money for him. He actually cares about success and whatever's going on. But anyway, we'll jump into the topic now because we've got things to do. So, I wouldn't say big car people, but we know a little bit about cars. And we're big sports fans as well. I mean, have you played Rocket League ever?
Yeah. I've played it a bit. My mates tried to get me into it before, but I just couldn't get used to it. It was a hard game to master.
Was it the coordination?
Yeah, it was weird I don't know, it's just the physics of it. It was just, it wasn't for me. I'd just rather play FIFA and stick to a proper football game.
That was what got me as well. Even with shooter games, I'm not very good because you have to sort of manage the two joysticks. But the topic for today is pretty similar to Rocket League. We're basically assembling our lineup of 11 cars that could effectively win you a football match. So we're going to be going head to head. There were no real limitations, but the one rule was, and I don't know if you saw this in time, but I said we have to have our own cars.
Oh yeah. Mine's in there anyway.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, luckily, yeah.
All right, so since you're the guest, I'll let you get started with the goalkeeper and defence.
Right, okay, so in goal, I've gone a bit rogue, so I've gone with a Jag, so for them cat-like reflexes. I've gone for the F-Pace, which is a bit of the bigger one. It's the big, I don't know if it's a 4x4, I'm not sure, but it's a big car. Obviously, a Jag cat-like reflexes, going to be up and about, diving about. So that's my keeper. At centre back, there was a few changes and I'll discuss them later. I've gone for a Range Rover Vogue, so big solid car, my big solid centre back.
Classy.
But then, as my other centre back, so I'm playing a little 4-3-3, little one CDM, two number 8s. That's the way I'm going with it. So my second centre back is my Rolls Royce, and I'll say one name and it'll make sense. Thiago Silva.
I knew that was coming.
So that's my centre back. My right back, so the video you sent me, I took inspiration from that and I've gone with the Sirocco as well. So the VW Sirocco, I've went with that one. Again, just nippy, up and down. They'll do a job all day. And my left back, this is where my car comes in. The big Seat Leon. Reliable, big, strong. Big diesel engine.
Like that.
Up and down that wing. Workhorse. So yeah, how about
Right.
you? How does yours compare?
Your centre backs was it a Range Rover and a Rolls
Range
Royce?
Rover Vogue and a Rolls Royce.
All right.
So two
So
solid
goal,
cars.
in my goal, I've got a Toyota Land Cruiser
Ooh.
off-roader.
Okay, yeah.
Just because
Is that the
I
one
think
with the
it
big
has.
wagon at the back.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think so. It's just going to be a massive presence in the goal, isn't it? And since it's an off-roader, it's got the agility. You know, it can handle like difficult challenges and all of that. Plus, it's Japanese. Japanese cars are very reliable, so it's not going to be fumbling anything in goal. And my formation is actually 3-5-2, so 3 centre backs.
Okay.
So on the right hand side, it's my car, which is a BMW 3 Series. You probably wouldn't think of it as being a defensive car, but because it's in a 3, it kind of has like that extra layer of security, and I had to put it in somewhere. But alongside it, I've got a Rolls Royce Ghost as well. I went with the Ghost rather than the Phantom or any of the models because I think it's just seems a bit more mobile. And then I've paired that. Obviously, the Rolls Royce is based on Virgil van Dijk, contrary to what Fez said. And then alongside those two, we've got old school Jag X-Type. And whenever I think of an old school Jag, it just reminds me of a Bond villain. I don't know why. Oh, my camera's just died.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
My camera's just died. So I'm going to cut the conversation here and just turn it back on. Yeah, so as I say, the old school Jag X-Types really remind me of a Bond villain. And they did have that advert a few years ago. So I don't know, it reminded me of Sergio Ramos for some reason. He's just like that classic defender who's...
that villain. That's someone you want on your team, but you'll never want to be against.
Yeah, so this car's probably my captain, actually, coming to think of it. But yeah, that's my defence. Got a reliable Japanese goalkeeper, got a bit of speed and mobility, and got the street smarts as well.
Yeah, well, it's pretty all round. I think I don't know, I would be biased towards mine, and it's just say mine's better, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with your choices at centre back, to be fair. And I mean, I don't have fullback, so it is what it is. But you know, the viewers can decide, I guess. Yeah. So go for your midfield then. Run me through it.
So in my CDM, my holding, I've gone a bit big. I've gone BMW X6.
Okay.
So still quick, still nippy, but big, strong. Bit of a Declan Rice, let's just say.
Okay.
So he'll do a job in there. I'll just say the players because that's what they remind. They'll make sense if I say the players.
Yeah, fair enough. So
he's my that's my hold. And then for my centre mids, I've just gone energy. I've gone box to box. I've just gone all out power. So my centre mid, my first one is a Golf, VW Golf. Again, similar to my Seat Leon, pretty much the same car. Big diesel engines, will be up and down. They'll be doing a job, reliable. They'll do everything that you want it to. Even a bit quick. Quite strong, big. Well, not as big as like an X6, but big enough. Obviously,
and it's got the German chemistry as well, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's got that little orange link there.
Yeah.
But, and then my centre mid. So at first, I had my Seat Leon at centre mid, so I had the Golf and the Seat working side by side. But I've gone a bit rogue. I've gone reliable again, box to box. I've gone Skoda Octavia.
Okay. So I've noticed you're not with the midfield. You haven't really gone for the big names. You're being functional.
Nah, I've been reliable. I have to go reliable. Your midfield's that's the core. So yeah, I've just gone reliability, box to box. Do a job for you all day. Get literally mileage in that midfield. But however,
speaking of mileage, yeah, go on.
Yeah, so my left back was going to be the Skoda Octavia up and now. I thought, nah, the Seat Leon's got a bit more class about it. But
I think Skoda, a hatchback. You need a hatchback at fullback for some reason.
Yeah.
That just makes sense.
But especially my Seat Leon as well. I know you've seen it. It's got a bit of flair about it. Let's just say.
Yeah.
Especially then when them white lights come on. It's a different car.
Okay, so speaking of mileage, I did a bit of research actually. I went into, the analytics, the data side of things.
Oh, okay.
And one of the best cars for miles per gallon, as you say, you need a good engine to get up and down the park. I went for a mini electric.
Okay.
Yeah, and for some reason, I know he drives one, but it just reminds me of Kante anyway. I don't know why. So that's gonna be my little road runner in the middle, and then
Okay, yeah.
so I've got a base of two midfielders. The Mini's one of them, and then the other one is actually a muscle car. I've got a Mustang.
Yeah. I like
So
that.
that's
choice.
just
I like
gonna
that
be
choice.
like, it's just gonna like cover all bases. It's just a beast.
Yeah. I see that.
So it's just the powerhouse to overpower the opposition while the Mini does all the other bits, I suppose. And then just in front of them as the sort of attacking midfielder, I suppose, to get into the little
10.
spaces.
You're number 10.
Exactly. Now, I know in real football, people like De Bruyne, Bruno Fernandes, I'm struggling to think of names here, but they're not like, I remember back in the day, Cazorla, Juan Mata, David Silva, you always had like these silky, smaller players.
Like
So
your
I kind of wanted to go...
your Ozils, them type of
Exactly.
players.
So I wanted to go for that vibe, and I've gone for a coupe, which is the Aston Martin Vantage. I went for this instead of the DB9 because it has 2 seats, so it's just that little bit smaller, but it's still got all those other amazing attributes that you get in a supercar. And I think that'll have good chemistry with the Mini as well, and kind of with the Ford, I suppose, because English. So that's my central midfield three, I suppose. And then on the right wing, I've got my favourite car, my dream car, which is the Ferrari 458 Italia.
Nice.
They're actually surprisingly cheap. Well, not cheap, but like, I mean, how much would you expect to pay for like a Ferrari?
To be fair, I don't even know. Probably about 200k ish, 150 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is my favourite cars on. It's 120k on Auto Trader. They're pretty low mileage, so yeah, that was quite surprising, and it won't hurt.
Inshallah, one day.
Inshallah. So, and it obviously has to be in red as well, just to strike that fear into your Seat. And then on the left wing we got Audi R8, which I know isn't the biggest name in terms of flashy, quick cars, but I don't want there to be too many big egos in the dressing room either. So I'm going to let the Ferrari sort of have the limelight, but then the Audi R8 is going to be sort of, it's sort of like a Salah Mane dynamic, I think, like the Ferrari's Salah and then the Audi R8 is sort of playing the Mane role where it's...
No,
like,
there's a bit of disrespect towards Mane, I think. Yeah, I hate Liverpool as well. There's a bit of disrespect towards Mane, I think.
I don't know. I mean, obviously Mane is a world-class player, but he's never been best in the world, has he? So,
true.
I'll go with the Audi R8 at left wing. That is my midfield.
Damn, okay. I like that. To be fair, I think I've missed a trick. I should have went one I should have kept the score doctor. Maybe we're gone a bit more creative with the centre mid instead of the Golf. But I don't know. I think my midfield just outrun yours anyway.
You've gone for reliability. It reminds me of sort of the Hendo, Milner, Genie midfield, which we had a few years ago. It's not flashy on paper, but high energy and all that.
Yeah, you allowed your front three to do the work.
Yeah.
I remember that, but yeah, that was good.
So what's your front line?
So, right wing, I've gone for the Lamborghini Huracan. So
okay.
Big, mean, quick, agile, tricky.
Did you say that's up front?
No, my right winger.
A right wing, okay.
My striker, I think, with the theme that I've gone on, it might make sense. It might not. I don't know, depending. Anyway, left wing, literally, this guy's electric. Tesla Model S.
I didn't even consider Tesla.
Didn't you?
I don't even know, because I did most of my research using Auto Trader. I can't lie.
Oh, is it?
I was just like filtering through body types and like I don't know if Tesla was on there.
Nah,
Okay.
literally
Yeah, that's a
electric.
good shout.
He'll be quick off the mark. Might get tired after a bit. Might have to sub him off. However, them first few yards, he's gone. He's finished. You won't even hear him either. He's that good.
And it's a bit of a unknown quantity as well, isn't it? Because it's new on the scene, so defenders might not know how to deal with it.
Yeah, it's one of them. Got all the tricks, got all the new tech. It knows what it's doing.
Yeah.
It's done all the research. It reads the game. It's clever. To be fair, it could have done in the centre. It could have done in the centre mid, but I've gone on the left wing. Who have you got on the right? Who's your right wing? Right mid, sorry.
Ferrari.
Yeah, I think my Tesla's just a bit cleverer. Even though it might not be quicker, it's just a bit cleverer than that Ferrari. So might be a good healthy competition there. But then up front, so sticking with the theme that I've got. In fact, no, I want to hit. Oh no, you've got two strikers, isn't it? So I'll just say mine. So my striker, complete, quick, big, strong, can come short, can run in behind. My BMW M5.
Good choice. Very good choice.
And
I've noticed you've got a very German core in this team as well, haven't you?
It's my complete number. My BM's the complete number 9. He's my Robert Lewandowski, if you will. Can do it all.
It's not going to be a bit isolated though, do you not think, with my 3 centre backs?
No, he'll be alright. He can handle himself. Don't worry about that. I think he'll just put himself on your cat. He might just put himself on his little brother and just bully him a bit, and then he'll bring you. Don't worry. There's golf and the squad are box to box. You got to remember that. even though they're not the flashiest, they can still get there. They can still get there.
Okay, if you say so.
They can do the work.
Okay, so my strikers, probably not the country you'd go for renowned strikers, but gone for Italy as a partnership up front. So I've got a car which you said, the Lamborghini Huracan, and I've gone for it up front just because, just the sheer presence of it. Like you look at it, that car has it probably has the biggest surface area out of all the Lamborghini
you don't want to mess with it, do you?
Supercars.
You don't want to mess
So
with
it's just going to be a constant nuisance for your Range Rover and your Rolls. And then just to pick up the pieces to link up with the rest of the team, I've got a hatchback up front. It's an Alfa Romeo Giulietta, and I don't know if you watch Top Gear, but Alfa Romeos are just cool. I want one. So I had to have an Alfa up front, and obviously the Italian chemistry as well will help them. So I think they're going to be very good as a partnership.
I think that these 11 it's more work rate versus flair.
Do you think?
I think so. Because to be fair, I reckon this reflects me as a football. I'm not that good of a football player, I'll be honest, but it reflects me as a football player.
He's being modest.
I'm alright. I mean, I'm not great, let's be honest, but I'll just run around for a bit. I'm alright. I'll just run around for a bit. And everyone says I run around a lot. I do a lot of the running, so I think that's why I've gone with the workhorses. I've gone with the Skoda and the Golf in the midfield, just the box to box.
Yeah, did you
the Seat myself in the centre mid? But I thought, nah.
Did you think of any real life teams to sort of model it around as well, or was it just your own thing?
Not teams, just more players, if anything. So I reckon obviously my Rolls Royce, my Thiago Silva, got to be there. He's just what a player. What a player.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll tell you now, everyone goes on about Cristiano Ronaldo is doing it at 37 at the best league in the world. What about Thiago Silva? He's doing it all.
Yeah.
But no one seems
to... Milner, 36 years old.
Yeah, even that. He still do. To be fair, he does a job. He's reliable. He's a bit like Masco Octavia, a bit reliable. Does a job. Maybe not. Hasn't got the engine that he once had.
Yeah, I said that tongue in cheek. Really, I mean, he just comes on to get the cheeky fouls.
Yeah,
but
pretty
he's
much.
He's doing the job.
It's experience, isn't it? You can't buy experience.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it looks healthy. It looks like a healthy competition.
I think we went for a lot more flair on the wings. That's really the part where you can be a bit more expressive. I think we've done that well. But that's
to be fair, if I'd go again, I'd probably beef up my midfield with a bit more flair. I'd keep the squad Octavia 100%. It's just maybe the golf I'd change.
Okay.
That's probably the one change
Yeah.
I'd make if I was to change it.
If you wanted to trade a player with me,
Ooh.
would you?
Ooh. Who's your 3 midfielders again?
So I've got the Mustang, the Mini, and then the Aston Martin.
Mate, do you know what? The Aston Martin was a good shout, you know.
Yeah.
I think the Aston Martin was a very good shout. I think, yeah, the Golf, it depends. If it's a Golf R, maybe you can. But I was just going to go generic Golf, reliable. The one that everyone seems to get. Like the little diesel engine, 2 litre diesel engine, 1.6. Just reliable,
Yeah.
good, get some mileage in. So yeah. But yeah, that's probably the one area I'd
very
change.
solid choice. Okay, so
The squad would do a lot of the work anyway, but yeah.
So 2 very solid 11s there. I'll try and whip up a graphic, I suppose, and yeah, let us know what your 11s would be, which one's stronger on paper out of ours, and what kind of other hypothetical topics you'd like us to talk about on the podcast. But yeah, thanks for coming on, mate.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. That's a good debut.
Major debut. You got your first cap.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully I'll be back again soon with another episode. But for now, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, of course, and I'll see you next time.